America.
Breaking news, more dramatic twists in the Solyndra scandal. Hi, everybody. I'm David Asman. Thanks for joining us. Well, it's now gone from what did the White House know and when did it know it to what did President Obama email and when did he email it? The House Energy and Commerce Committee is now asking the White House for any Solyndra-related emails sent by the president himself. And late this afternoon, more White House emails emerged suggesting President Obama and Vice President Biden personally were putting strong pressure on an Energy Department advisor to get the loan guarantees approved, despite concerns about Solyndra's financial health. Our first guest serves on the Energy and Commerce Committee. He is Republican Congressman Phil Gingrey of Georgia. Congressman, great to see you again. And you have a hearing coming up in a week. I guess these emails and the question about whether you can get them is going to be front and center, right?
Absolutely, David. The chairman of the Oversight and Investigation Subcommittee of Energy and Commerce, where we have originated this investigation in the Congress, Chairman Cliff Stearns notified members today that we will have a hearing next Friday. You know, the more you look at this, the more you peel back the layers of the onion, the more your eyes water. Or I should say, this thing doesn't pass the smell test. And indeed, these emails that were received today, some 2,000 pages, almost as much information as is in the Obamacare law, reveal some really telling things about how much the White House, the Executive Office of the President and the Office of the Vice President knew, what they knew and how much they knew and when they knew it.
Right.
So maybe we'll get some more answers next Friday.
Well, there's a guy named Steve Spinner. He works for the Energy Department, or at least he's an advisor for the Energy Department on stimulus spending. Apparently, he was a contributor to the Obama campaign and then got involved in the stimulus spending from the Department of Energy. And he had an email that says, I have the OVP, the Office of the Vice President, NWH, White House, breathing down my neck on this. Now, of course, you have to believe that Steve Spinner is being truthful about that. But if so, if, in fact, the White House was personally involved in this, they knew a lot about what was going on with Solyndra.
Well, they knew a lot about it. There's no question. This guy, Steve Spinner, raised something like $500,000 for the Obama election. And then he was appointed to this high-level position overseeing this loan program. And some 3 weeks after he had signed the ethics document, some 3 pages of documents saying that he could not be involved in any program that his wife's law firm out in California participated in. They earned, that his wife's law firm in Fremont, California, earned $2.4 billion working for Solyndra on this application, and yet this Stephen Spinner violated his ethics document and directly participated in discussions on this loan. So like I say, the more we look at this situation, the worse it appears. And certainly it's getting closer and closer to the Executive Office of the President and the Office of the Vice President. So we're going to get to the bottom of this.
And you know, Congressman, what it shows, we're constantly hearing the excuse from Alan Colmes and other people that, hey, this is just one of dozens of other investments that the government made. You shouldn't focus on the one bad apple when there are so many good. Well, what it shows you, the more, as you say, we peel back the layers of this onion, the more we see how much political involvement it was, how difficult it is when you have government investing to avoid favoring certain people over other certain people. And the people that are favored are obviously the political contributors, the political cronies, etc. It's not the money, our tax money doesn't go to the best investment, it goes to the most politically connected investment.
And no question about it. And you know, the telling thing, of course, about all of this, not only the loan, which was rushed through when another bundler, a gentleman Stephen Wesley, had raised $500 million for the president, had called and advised Valerie Jarrett, one of the big czars in the Obama administration, that you better be careful about this Solyndra deal because this company is in trouble. And yet they went ahead anyway, not only went ahead with the loan, but under Jonathan Silver's watch, and the gentleman in the Department of Energy,
he's the guy who just resigned yesterday, and questions about whether he's going to become the fall guy and all this. We got to hurry up, Congressman, because we have some other guests. But I have to ask whether you are prepared, how far you are prepared to go in terms of getting these emails from the president, because this is unprecedented.
Well, David, if we have to subpoena, we will subpoena. We're going to get this information because Jonathan Silva, on the advice of General Counsel, even when the Treasury Department warned them that to put the taxpayer in a secondary position on restructuring was against the law, and he was advised by General Counsel and the Department of Energy that, hey, with a wink and a nod, it's okay. This is a way we can get through this, and we'll make up some flimsy excuse when the law, the Energy Policy Act of 2005, specifically says you cannot put the taxpayer in a secondary position.
Yep, and they clearly violated that aspect of the law. Congressman, thank you very much for coming in. Congressman Phil Gingrey, have a great weekend. Thank you. Well, this
David,
is the first time a president's email